Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna show you in 5 minutes how to play the popular Queen's Gambit. I'm gonna show you main lines and also some general ideas about this opening. So, Queen's Gambit appears on the board after d4, d5, and then we can play here c4. In this position, black has like 3 main lines, and they are c6, slav defense, a6, Queen's Gambit declined, and d takes e4, which is Queen's Gambit accepted. The 3 lines are very well for black, are very playable, and our opponent can choose either of them. Also, there is a move very popular among beginners here, which is knight f6, and this is not really good. Here we can just trade here, she takes d5, and the main idea is that if black recaptures with the queen, you're playing knight c3, getting a tempo and developing. If they recapture with the knight, you're playing e4, putting 2 pawns in the center, also getting a tempo and developing. So, you know, after c4, they need to defend, either defend with a pawn or just accept the gambit on c4. The idea of the gambit when we play c4 is that we want to distract this pawn, so we can put 2 pawns in the center, or even if we don't play e4, we might have a pawn majority in the center. And very often we can get that pawn back on c4. So after c6, we're playing a Slav defense here. We can continue knight f3, and a normal move for black here is knight f6. We can play knight c3, and the main line is d takes c4. That's the most popular move here. And they're playing b5, so we need to make sure black is not defending that pawn, so we can play a4 in this position. A normal move for black is going to be bishop f5. That's one of the good things about Slav defense, that they are not blocking the bishop with the move e6. Also, bishop f5 is controlling very well the center. Well, here we can play 3, black can play 6, we can get the pawn back on c4, and well, this is the idea for Slav defense. In general, white is going to be very slightly better. Sometimes it's going to be a more or less equal middle game depending on what happens in the next moves. Well, after c4, the other line is going to be e6. This is Queen's Gambit declined, and there are some ways to play as white here. The main line goes like this. You can play knight c3, black can play here knight f6, we can play here knight f3, black can play bishop e7. Normal move here is bishop g5. We can also play the exchange variation, which is really interesting. But bishop g5 is a main line, black can castle, you can play e3. In these positions, very often white is going to be slightly better. One of the good things about this line is that black bishop on c8 is going to be trapped behind the chain of pawns, especially in this line where we did not play the exchange variation. That's one of the main problems for black. So usually white is going to be a little better in this kind of situations. Also, after c4, the other line black can play is d takes c4, they accept the gambit, and here white can play either e3, e4, or knight f3. The 3 moves are very playable. I really like the line with e3, which is very simple. That is that you're getting the pawn back very soon, but also this line includes a very interesting trick and a very effective trick, especially among beginners. This works really well. That is that you're getting the pawn on c4, and if they don't want to lose it, they might try b5, which is not really so good. After b5, you can play a4, and that is that you want to disconnect those pawns, because of course when they are connected they are good, they are defended. So a4, and the trick here is that if black plays his 6, trying to keep that connection, well, here we can just trade on b5, and after c takes b5, we can play this move queen f3. Observe that the rook is very exposed over this diagonal, so queen f3 is just getting material advantage here for white. So, you know, that's a pretty nice line, this one with e3, and in general we can get the pawn back very soon. A normal way to continue here is just like knight f6, knight c3, and you can get the pawn back very soon. And it's a very interesting middle game. White usually is going to be slightly better in these positions. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to learn how to play Queen's Gambit in detail with much more information, masters games, and examples, check out this interesting video over here. I'm sure you will enjoy it and it will help you a lot. Thank you so much, guys. Like, subscribe. See you on the next.